Okay, I told you last week that I changed my normalized glasses after changing my differentials, and today I will tell you what I have done. Hi, I'm Gemily and I'm following Jake Steiner's EndMyopia method to get back to 20/20 vision and life without glasses. It's all based on science, not magic, and if you want more information, I'll pop some links in the description box down below. Back in the park again today, a little noisy, I hope you don't mind. I tried to film in the house and I just cannot get myself motivated. But out here in the sunshine, I walked from my house to here, walking with my glasses on, doing active focus and listening to Jake on all different podcasts that he's been a guest on. So motivating, and it's helped me remember that this process is meant to be easy. And I think part of my problem with it taking so long is that I've made it too hard. What I'm gonna do after over a year of making no progress is I'm practically going to start again. Because I mentioned last week that part of my problem with troubleshooting for myself is that I'm emotionally invested in my progress. And that's a problem because it means that I don't want to let go of any progress I think I've made. I don't want to go backwards. So I've been holding on, I've been holding on a little bit too tightly to my current normalized correction. Last year sometime I've done two different things with my glasses correction. One of them was drop the astigmatism correction and the other thing was equalize by 1/4 of a diopter. Now, earlier in 2021, I went to an optometrist, a brand new optometrist in the place where I now live, who seemed really good. I got him to check what my full optometrist correction would be. According to him, I am a -2 in my right eye and a -2.5 in my left eye. Plus, for astigmatism, I have -0.25 in my right eye and a -0.5 in my left eye. Now, the normalized glasses that I have been wearing over the past year, I've probably more than anything been wearing a -1.5 in my right eye and a -1.75 in my left eye. So that's half a diopter below a full correction in my right eye and 3/4 of a diopter below my full correction in my left eye. So even though I've done that 1/4 of a diopter equalization step, measurement wise it doesn't seem to have happened. So similarly, even though I've dropped my astigmatism correction, it seems that for my eyes my astigmatism correction needs are still there. Now I don't know if I should have dropped my astigmatism correction because I've had astigmatism correction since I was 10 or maybe it was 8, and I've only had myopia since I was 23. So they are quite separate things for me. So maybe my astigmatism is legit astigmatism and maybe I should have kept it in. But I dropped the astigmatism correction a little while ago. What I can see is that what has been my current normalized is quite a bit lower than my optometrist prescribed normalized. I thought that was okay because optometrist prescriptions are a bit too high anyway. So drop that a little bit and then shave off for a normalized correction. But last week I told you that I reworked out which differentials I needed for the screen. Great. I've also, throughout this journey, been trying to keep my differentials at about 1.5 diopters weaker than my full correction. Maybe 1.25, but let's say 1.5. Because of how comfortable those differentials are and what a relaxing experience they are, I have worked out that I want to be wearing normalized that are 1.5 diopters more. If my differentials here are a -0.5 and a -0.75, then my normalized, rather than a 0.5, will want to be 1.5 more than this. So that would be -2 for my right eye, and for my left eye, a -2.25. Just so happens I have that pair of glasses. I already had it from previous times. I don't know if I have ever worn this pair of glasses in my reduction journey because it doesn't have an N number. So I think I just bought them at one point when I was buying tons of different corrections so that I had all the different lenses of all the different strengths that I could pop in and out, which if you've seen my video of trying to do that was a bit harder than I thought. But anyway, I had these on my shelf. I've started wearing them. I have a couple of things to say about them. One thing is, my goodness, things are clear. I can see everything. It makes me want to look into the distance because it just goes on and on. I can see so far away with so much clarity. It's a bit confronting because it makes me a little nervous that I'm going to make my vision worse to have so much clarity. But on the other hand, I think that it's really good for me to be shocked by the clarity, because I think I have fallen into blur adaptation, because I realized wearing the no differentials and then wearing the lower correction normalized, I have been in a strained state at all times. There is no correction I am wearing where my eye can be relaxed. And Jake says that one correction should always be comfortable and the other one always, you know, a little bit more challenging, and I've had no comfortable correction. Looking around, I would say that the -2 correction in my right eye is 100% correction. There is absolute clarity. I can see right to the horizon and everything looks crisp. So maybe -2 is too strong, but I've been wearing -1.5, so maybe -1.75 would be better, but I'll get to that in a minute. So on this eye, I'm wearing a -2.25 on my left eye. And you know what? That is a whole half diopter higher than I have been wearing. And I can see that it needs work. What have I been doing? I feel like this one could even maybe go up a little bit more, but my full correction from the optometrist for this eye is a -2.5, and this is a -2.25, so I don't want to go up more. So the thing that I'm thinking about is that this eye was also prescribed a -0.5 astigmatism correction, which I'm not wearing, which if I translated that into a spherical correction would add another 0.25 diopters negative to my correction. So rather than being -2.5 spherical and -0.5 cylinder, it would just become -2.75. And then I would take off a quarter of a diopter and get to -2.5, which would be a quarter of a diopter stronger than this. So maybe it is a little bit weak still. But on the other hand, maybe it's just right and it only feels like it's a little bit weak because this one is now a full correction. So, don't quite know what the right thing to do is. I do have another pair of glasses where I've dropped my right eye down by a quarter of a diopter to -1.75 and left the left eye at -2.25. Because I felt at one point having my right eye at full correction and my left eye with a little challenge, my left eye wasn't bothering because my right eye could do all the clarity work. So maybe I will need to do that. I'm a bit reluctant to because that would make it a half diopter difference again, and even though I haven't quite achieved the quarter diopter difference according to the optometrist's measurements, by my centimeter measurements, I'm pretty close, and sometimes they do cross over to a quarter of a diopter difference. So we'll see. I'm gonna wear these for probably, definitely 3 months. Will it be 4? Jake says not to change your correction too often. Definitely not to change focal planes any more frequently than 4 to 6 weeks. That doesn't mean that you can change your normalized every 4 to 6 weeks, and that's okay. Every correction should be hanging around for about 3 to 4 months. So that's my backup plan, but I don't activate that backup plan unless April comes and I still haven't made progress. So this has been a challenging little change for me emotionally to let go of the progress I thought I'd made. And I know that this is a common experience in EndMyopia for people racing ahead, pushing too far, thinking the blur challenge is required all the time to make progress, being afraid of clarity. And I'm still a little bit nervous to see this clearly, to be honest. I'm so scared that it's damaging my eyes, but I need to take the emotion out of this. You need some emotion in your EndMyopia journey in order to stay motivated, but the emotion that brings you fear and attachment to things, less helpful. Less helpful. I don't mind admitting that I've made a mistake as long as I get there. That's the main thing, because we all take detours and make mistakes along the way, and you only fail if you quit. Hopefully 2022 is a little bit better for my eyes than 2021. But huge thanks to Jake and EndMyopia, because in 2021 I treated my eyes super badly and they didn't get worse. That's all for today. I'll keep you updated. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. It lets the algorithm know that my videos are worth watching, and that means a lot to me. So a little like, a little comment, hey, takes a couple of seconds for you, means tons to me. And do remember to subscribe if you'd like more content from me. I post every Thursday, so I'll see you next week. Bye. Do you get me? Does that make sense? I'm talking a lot. Requirement in my... It's really hard to say this. Yeah, the karate kung fu guys are here again. I say again. You all know that I'm filming on the same moment as last week, right?